Hi Leo, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. Today we're going to do your weekly reading for December 27th to the 31st. Just wanted to mention that I missed a couple of days because I was recovering from a pretty bad cough cold. Kind of tried to pop out some videos and I was just really running, runny nose, coughing, all that throughout. So I feel much better and I'm here to complete these weekly readings. I know I mentioned something about daily readings. Daily readings are not going to happen for a little while until the subscriber count picks up. So far, it's really gaining momentum and I'm very excited and happy and I appreciate all of your support. I'm just going to, instead of the daily readings, put out love readings. So I'm thinking weekly generals and weekly love readings. All right, let's get started with your Celtic Cross for December 27th to all the way up to New Year's Eve. I've switched up the decks just a little bit with the Fountain Tarot for the Celtic Cross and the Sacred Earth Oracle cards by Tony Carmine Salerno, and also Work Your Light Oracle cards. Other than that, you've seen the other Oracle cards before, which is Romance Angels, Whispers of Love, Divine Feminine Oracle, Crystal Healing, and Sacred Earth. Let's get started with your weekly reading for December 27th to the 31st. This is in the form of a Celtic Cross for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Could we please get a weekly reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? I'll show you that. Five of Cups, need to shift focus, the world, and the completion of a cycle. Okay, a major karmic life cycle is over. On to the next one. So this is the Celtic Cross for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. I'm going to give it a good shuffle, and after a good shuffle, if a card pops out, that's my signal that that's the end of the shuffle. If it pops out too soon, like the one that we just had, I'll show it to you, but I'm going to continue the shuffle. And if it takes too long, then I will end the shuffle. All right, so this is again for Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday so far, that you're taking care of yourselves and resting up. And I'm wishing you a very happy, healthy, wealthy, wonderful new year. Let's see what's in store for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st in the form of a Celtic Cross, please. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. On the bottom, we've got King of Coins. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Wow. Ace of Cups in the situation. Challenge. Nine of Swords. Consciously, you've got Nine of Coins. Nine of Pentacles. Foundation, you've got the Star. Wow, a lot of people are getting the Star these days. I'm going to put this up a little bit. Recent past, we got Eight of Swords. Recent future, we've got Ten of Swords. Current situation, we've got the Emperor. Surrounding you, we've got the Chariot. Hopes and fears, the Devil. And the outcome is Six of Cups. All right. And then we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom. I'm going to read you the different meanings for all of these different cards, and then you could take it as it resonates for you, and then we'll try to figure out what's going on with further clarification from the oracle cards. So far, we're going to start with the situation as Ace of Cups. That speaks to some gift of spirit, some gift of emotion. It could speak to childbirth and pregnancy. It could speak to a gift of love, an offer of divine love. It could speak to the situation is basically where two people maybe are, you may be experiencing an offer of true and deep love, commitment, some kind of, it's a wonderful giving of the emotion. The Ace of Cups has a potential for the completion of the Cups suit. Ace of Cups is about divine love. So there's true love here, and we're going to find out more. The challenge is Nine of Swords. Okay, so you have this true love situation here, a divine love, a blessing. The Ace of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck. Then you're challenged by the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is all about, now, where you see the recent past is Eight of Swords. Well, you're going to take that fear factor and restriction up one notch to Nine of Swords, which is now about you're afraid, you're not sleeping well, you're not rested. Day and night, night and day, all the time, you are completely fixated and overcome by mental strife. This is the challenge, okay? Feeling like you are alone, isolated, in a fearful kind of position. This man looks like he's cornered. This is how the Nine of Swords feels. The good news is it's almost over, right? In case you were thinking, hey, maybe, you know, this is going to be, like, it's not that big a deal. Maybe it's a, well, it is a big deal, because let's look around. Where else do we see swords, right? Literally in the past, present, to the future. Recent past, Eight of Swords. Challenge right now, Nine of Swords. Recent future, Ten of Swords. This is not a happy situation that you guys are in right now for the 27th up to the 31st. The issue here I see is there is an offer of divine love, okay? This Ace of Cups, there's true love, there is peace, harmony, and a wonderful life and a wonderful opportunity, okay, available. But for some reason we are challenged here with this Nine of Swords, okay? Restless nights, anxiety, misery, fear, restrictions, nightmares, okay? Tension, stress to the maximum. Okay, the only thing that beats the Nine of Swords is the Ten of Swords coming up. And that's when, well, that's when you're just dead. Okay. What do we have in the conscious? In your head, in your mind, in the conscious here, you are focused on Nine of Coins. Nine of Pentacles is about the ideal single person, bachelorette, bachelor. In your mind, you see yourself as this very nurturing kind of, well, Pentacles, even though it's a Nine of Coins and not the Queen of Coins, you know, the Queen of Nurturing, it's still represented by Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, if you don't have someone like that on your mind, it could be that you feel like you're an independent lady who's about town. Okay, Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles is about being self-sufficient, being capable, being independent, being single. And then there's the bird here, a call from spirit, basically saying, okay, now you've done great for yourself. There's just a little bit more to learn still. On the foundation, there's the Star card. The Star card is a period of great healing, hope, where you are, you know, wishfully thinking towards something. And it's a divine card of hanging in there, because things will work out. So what do we see here, Leo? We see very positive cards, and then we see some very, very negative cards. It's in the challenge, recent past, recent future. Okay. Your mind space, though, seems to be clear. Okay, in the mind, you are in the Nine of Coins. Situation here is Ace of Cups, positive, positive, all right. Foundation in your subconscious, what you know in your intuition and gut, well, you can handle. You just got to hang in there because you feel that you are a star. You have hope, okay? You have divine kind of confidence towards the fact that if you hang in there, things will all work out. The only thing is, the situation right now, you are challenged by this Nine of Swords. Something has created an obstacle. Could be this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or it could be your desire to be independent and single and Let's see where this goes. Okay? Recent past, 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is about this woman here. She's blindfolded and she's got these swords all aimed at her, and it's all about restriction and fear and being so scared that you can't move. So in the recent past, whatever the situation here was, okay? And I see King of Coins on the bottom, King of Pentacles, again represented by Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But King of Pentacles is about, you know, being a well-to-do, established person who is stable, loyal, capable, able to provide and nurture as well. Benevolent, okay? More benevolent than, let's say, nurture. And we see this next to 8 of Swords. So I'm seeing an issue here that has restricted you, where it's made you so fearful you were unable to move forward. And it was something that was all in your mind, because 8 of Swords, everybody will repeatedly say, you can easily take the blindfolds off and you can just tippy-toe out of those swords and go back to your castle and, you know, go back to your kingdom. But instead, you're staying in this position in your head completely, you know, with this futile thinking and rethinking and overthinking about these fears that are in your mind. In the recent future, we see 10 of Swords. Literally, you are going 8, 9, 10, right? You see the progression from the recent past. Now, from the fear, it's going to come to you're running scared right now because you feel cornered. You were scared before. Now you're like upped it to almost at the end of your rope, fearful. Cornered animal, okay? Can't sleep, can't eat, can't rest. Completely consumed with fear and anxiety. Then comes the recent future, 10 of Swords. And the final swords, the final 10th sword of truth, clarity, and victory is stabbed in there, and that's the done deal, okay? 10 of Swords is about, that's the end. It will go no further, because now you've hit rock bottom. So you go from fear to rock bottom. This is the recent future for the December 27th to the 31st up till New Year's Eve. Something's going to end, because this situation is a rotten situation, even though, and it's because it's in your mind, okay? The actual situation I see here, I don't see a problem. I see an Ace of Cups as an opportunity, a wonderful opportunity. But your challenge is this fear and anxiety and nightmares and inability to move. Consciously, it's a good message. Subconscious foundation, you know you've got the you can hang in there and it'll all pull through. But this not moving and not making a move and being stuck in fear, anxiety, ego, whatever the case may be, to the point where it ends. And it will end because it's going to end, and you have no choice anymore over this matter. Now it's built to this point. Okay, now the good news is it's over after the 10 of Swords. Unless you want to stay in the 10 of Swords for a good long time and then go dabble back into 9 and 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8, 9, 10. Wow, it's completely a waste of time. The biggest, epic, most epic waste of time. Don't do it. It's over. Move on. It's a good opportunity, whatever the opportunity is. Okay. You right now, Emperor. You're taking, Emperor is ruled by fire signs Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is you. What is the Emperor about? Emperor is now bossing up, taking leadership and control over their own life. Wonderful. This is fire energy, very strong male energy as well. Doesn't have to be about a male or a female or whatever. It's just about the energy of taking control and taking the reins of your own life. Surrounding you, got the Chariot. Could be represented by someone who is a Cancer around you. Some movement, travel, something along those lines surrounding you, or someone like this around you. Now, the Chariot is also the Kingmaker card, okay? Kingmaker card because once this person goes out to battle in the Chariot, victory is assured and he will come back a king. He or she, king or queen, whatever you want to call it. It's called the Kingmaker card. So what do I see here? I see this is good news because the situation is going, Ace of Cups is bringing an opportunity, right? And these swords that you've been going through, finally, the Ten of Swords hitting in the recent future, is going to force you to step up to the plate and take control of your life and have this surrounding energy around you of, you know, high energy, going into battle, ready to take on challenges, movement now from, instead of being stuck in this fearful, blindfolded state, swift movement, travel, could even represent, and also represents, could represent a Cancer and also represents, as I said, you know, once you go and you find that balance again, Chariot's also about balance. Once you find that balance and you go out there and you slay those, like, you know, whatever, you get a control, you've grabbed the reins of your own life, then, you know, you will really and truly step into the Emperor position, into the leadership, and to the place that Leos should be at. And then you have the hopes and fears of the Devil. Well, I don't think you're hoping for the Devil. And the only way I would see, like, it could represent a Capricorn. It could also represent, like, if it was around a lot of Pentacles, maybe possibly, like, you know, a sick amount of money to be made. I don't really see that because I see, like, in your head a Nine of Pentacles. Other than that, there's no Pentacles except for this King of Coins in the bottom, which also could represent either you bossing up and being able to, you know, manifest, or it could represent a father figure who's, you know, supportive and benevolent. It could represent a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But let's go to the Devil, back to the Devil again. Devil's about control, obsessions, addictions, dependencies, and it's a very toxic attachment and, you know, egoic card, right? Now your fear is this bondage of the Devil card, okay? The bondage of what? The two people were shackled to the Devil, completely oppressed by ego, oppressed by this bondage that this person's putting on whoever this person is or whatever the situation is. Could be ego, could be a person who's controlling and dominating you, or it could be you are dominated and oppressed by your ego, okay? And you're afraid to make a move because of all these damn swords that are keeping you hostage. Oh, what will they think? What will this person think? What am I doing here? Can't do that. Nope, that's no good. Oh my God. Goes on and on and on. Because I have to say, Leos, you guys do really care a lot, okay, about what other people think. You need to be in good standing. Otherwise, it really does get under your skin. So I see this, like, swords action here is all about, like, you know, just whatever was going on in the past, okay? A lot of limitations due to this bondage and oppression and egoic kind of oppression, you know? And the outcome, I see Six of Cups. I see a reunion. It's about happy childhood memories. It could be a family reunion. It could be a reunion from someone from your hometown, from your past. Could be you going back home. Whatever the situation is, there is a reunion with a Six of Cups. So I see this is going to be a really good wake-up call for this week for you, Leo. Okay, from the 27th to the 31st, I see support. I see a great opportunity with the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's love. There's love and family support. But, you know, in the midst of all of this swords action, fear, anxiety, and you know, just brutal, like, you know, mental stress. And I still see something like you're still thinking in your head, your Nine of Coins, and in your subconscious you feel the star. You're still hopeful. You just have to hang in there and everything's going to work out fine. So where is this issue coming from? If your mind is right and you think everything is going to work out fine and you're this, like, independent lady and you've got this beautiful opportunity of Ace of Cups, you know, of true love and support, then where is this trouble coming from? Well, where do we see a negative card here? Aside from the swords, we see the devil. You're afraid of this devil card. Why? Because it's a misleading, throwing you off your path, something that's keeping you chained and bound. And I see it's an ego issue. Okay, so you really need to, and you will, take control of your life. Okay. And movement, especially with the chariot, is wonderful. You know, you're going from 8 of Swords, stagnant, frozen. Look at this person, crouched and cornered, fearful, dead. Okay, over here with a sword in every friggin' chakra. Now all of a sudden, in the you right now, what's surrounding you? Swift action, swift movement. Okay. The problem here was in your head, your hopes and fears with the devil card. So let's get a card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st, please. Okay, take that. On the bottom, we see take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. And then there's transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Beautiful. Let's read about that. Transformation. And these are not in alphabetical order, so let me 90. Okay. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will be, who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode, right? To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Ocean influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Ocean represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime or getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support, as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved, right? You are. Ace of Cups and Six of Cups. I said that. All right, work your light activation. Hold the card on your heart and say, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. Okay. They told you, didn't they? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Can we please get one beautiful divine feminine goddess, divine feminine oracle card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay, and take that. On the bottom, we've got Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. But we're going to read the top card. That is Machik Luptran, the diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Was I not saying ego? I know sometimes tarot readers get so excited when the cards are like, you know, the theme comes out true to what they're saying. But I'm just saying, you know what I was saying. And I was saying it's all about ego, okay? Let's read about Machik Luptran. She's a Buddhist deity, a Dakini. Where is she now? I will read it because it's just too potent not to read it. So I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Let me just hold this up. When your soul selects her card From Machik's perspective as an enlightened female, she knew that the difference between a god and a demon had to do with our reaction to them. Those who cause us pain, she explained, also teach us patience, whereas those who bring gifts can distract us from our spiritual paths. No one and no single situation has the power to derail us. That is, unless we let it. The power rests within us. There's more. One second. I'm going to flip this page. The spiritual path for Machik was to become intimate with her inner demons, those thoughts or beliefs that kept her from experiencing joy, bliss, and pure love. The darkness within us isn't actually dark. It often feels threatening because some aspect of our intuition knows that when we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul. Ooh, that was deep. We will heal, we will become more whole, and that ironically can be terrifying. We get so used to functioning with only one wing. We wonder, how can I fly now with two? I'll go too far, too high. Who will I become now that I am free? And who will I lose in the elevation of my soul? Machik is here to support us in seeing what's ready to come to consciousness. She is here with her diamond heart to hold us as we feed one of our demons, not with fear, but with the knowledge that bringing it to life and into the light will help set us free. The soul voice meditation is there an ego belief that I am ready to see and release within me? Intention, I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Now we're gonna pull one crystal healing card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. On the bottom we have orpiment, success, and that to me represents a fear of success because orpiment is a toxic stone even though it represents success. So I really, I see this pop up when there's a lot of fear of success kind of readings, and then this is kind of indicative of that. But on the top we've got emerald, compassion. Alright, let's talk about emerald, compassion. Beautiful greens. Alright. It's opaque to translucent greens, and it's related to the heart chakra. Promotes divine love and compassion, assists in staying connected to the wisdom of the heart, deeply activates the heart chakra and assists in creating intimacy, assists in letting go of old connections and superficial relationships. So obviously you see that when you have stones like the green stones like emerald, your heart chakra, the color related to the heart chakra is green. I've got some malachite over here. That's also good for healing of the heart chakra. Why? Because your heart needs healing. Your heart chakra needs healing. Okay. It's saying that your current situation is calling for a deeper level of compassion. And although this is your natural state of being, at times due to life experience, your heart can close off to this compassionate love. If you've been feeling a lack of love for yourself, those around you, and the situations in your life, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to expand your heart as you are being guided and supported to awaken the compassion that lies within. Opening up to compassion is the only way for you to truly love yourself and heal the current situation at hand. You are being encouraged to let go of any judgments and expectations you may have about yourself and others. It's time to forgive yourself and let go of any self-criticisms as you allow compassion to heal your heart. You are encouraged to be gentle at this time. Place this card on your heart chakra and breathe this healing energy deeply into your being to bring a deep sense of compassion. Beautiful. Okay, next we're going to pick one Sacred Traveler card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st, please. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. On the bottom, we have surrendering to the journey, release control. And on the top, we have navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Where do we see a star? Down here. Let's read about it and let's put these two next to each other. Beautiful. Sacred Traveler, navigating by the stars. Trust your gut. Have faith that a higher power is directing your life. Now, what did I tell you about this star? I said in your gut, intuition, in your intuition, your feeling, subconscious feeling said, you know, you have hope and you have faith, and that you just have to hang in there and things will work out. So, here it says, trust your gut, another star card. Have faith that a higher power is directing your life. Believe. Allow your life decisions to be dictated by what opens your heart and by what brings you joy. Relax, be patient, follow your bliss. Your life is divinely guided. All is going according to a wonderful plan for your life. Be confident that all is well. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. Sometimes you can't see the road ahead, but when you become still, you can feel the right way to go. It's like navigating by the stars. You might not be able to see every detail of the path for your life, but when you trust the light of the stars, your silent spirit guardians, and the joy of your guiding North Star to navigate in the darkness, in the morning light, you find yourself at the right place at the right time. Beautiful. Now let's pick one Romance Angels card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay, that one flipped over. All right. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, but we're going to read the top card that popped out, which is children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now, you might be like, hey, I don't have kids. Well, could be. Your kids could be about your childhood, which you will go into, and I will read it to you, of course. Children. The Romance Angel sent you this card because children are a significant factor in your love life. Either you want them, or you or your partner have kids who are influencing your love life. This is a factor to consider when you desire to improve your romantic future. The angels honor and support all expressions of love, and they're willing and able to help you with any issue concerning children. In addition, this card can signify that your or your partner's inner child is affecting your relationship. This may mean there's a need for playfulness or a lighthearted spirit, or it could signal that it's time to heal a childhood emotional wound. The loving nature of your inner child and children in general is supportive of healing work, especially when its intention is to bring in more love. So that was a lot of child-related issues, saying you might want kids, or you or your partner might be affected by your childhoods and your childhood wounds, okay, which we saw in some other cards as well. Okay. Let's pull a Whispers of Love card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. This is for Venus. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay. On the bottom is you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. Okay. And it's number 4, which is also the Emperor card, number 4. Just to, you know, there's a synchronicity with the numbers here. Let's talk about the top card though. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Okay, what do we see here? We see 2 children, look like twins. There's a bird here, possibly representing spirit. The moon here, subconscious, nighttime, you know. And then we've got this dragon here and a rose. Speak the language of love. Let's talk about that. I'm going to put this card over here. You know what? I'm going to go like this. There. There. This one here. Okay. Let me read this card. It's very short. Speak the language of love, 35. A positive attitude works wonders in creating more love around us. Allow yourself to really express positive words. Use only wholesome words when speaking to others or even about yourself. Be conscious of any language that you may use out of habit and be willing to release this to create more positive energy around you. Doing this will bring more love to you. Okay, so you know what that is about, right? Speak with more positivity and love, and even though you might be speaking out of habit in a negative way, be mindful of that and to curb that, because that will bring in more support and more love when you don't speak in that kind of a negative way. So there's too many. I'm going to take those back. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. This will be the final oracle card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay, I'll take that one. On the bottom, we've got efficiency, and on the top, we have heat. All right, let's see. And these definitions have three meanings. There's the practical advice, practical meaning, the spiritual meaning, and then the insight of this card, which gets a little bit long-winded, but it has a point eventually. So speak. No, wait, sorry, heat. What am I doing? Heat. All right, earthly meaning. The elements are already there. A little heat will get things moving, like this Emperor card here, this fire sign. All right. Agitate for change. Instability brings existing insecurities or concealed issues to the surface. Make the most of disorder with new rules, new heights, and a new plan. Take a risk, shake things up, and see what happens. Don't confuse stability with stagnation. Movement is constant. Be sure to direct it. The spiritual meaning. Timeless wisdom, creativity, and love is present in every atom of your physical being. Beyond the theories, assumptions, and limitations of the manifested world lies a truer reality. Still your mind, focus on your heart center, and allow the wisdom of the ages to illuminate your thoughts, nurture your soul, and guide you to wholeness. Insight of this card is, heat brings extra energy to a situation, literally exciting atoms and quickening change. Hydrogen and oxygen gas can exist together, but add heat and they almost instantly combine to form water. The potential for water was always there, awaiting the catalyst. Heat brings nothing new to the ingredients. It is simply the impetus for change. Heat causes atoms to vibrate. Although we generally think of heat as anything over 0 degrees, even the ice caps have heat, because it is possible to be even colder than that. Where there is heat, there is molecular motion. In the absence of all heat, there would be no vibration at all. But achieving a temperature of absolute 0 is impossible. There is always some movement, something happening, even if it's incrementally. If things aren't moving enough, turn up the heat. Okay. So Leo, that was your reading for December 27th to the 31st, all the way up to New Year's Eve. Just to recap quickly, there is a wonderful opportunity here. There's true love and support from your family. The only issue is major ego issues, and it's saying to overcome those ego issues and this fear and this feeling of being, cornered and unable to move. And the bright side is you already know that you have all of the things that you need to be successful and to manifest and to create change. And it looks like that's going to happen because you see this Emperor card and you're stepping into your power. It says your heart needs a little bit of healing with your heart chakra because you've got childhood traumas and childhood issues that you need to work out and sort out. Okay, that this 10 of Swords, this ending of a cycle, is going to bring. We saw a lot of ego issues with the Devil and the other oracle cards that were speaking about ego issues, and to also be mindful of the way you communicate. Okay, you might be communicating in a toxic way that is out of habit. It's saying don't do that because you'll get even more support if you don't communicate from an egoic kind of way. I see a reunion with family and support and all good things for this week. The only thing is it's a lot of mental issues, okay, that need to be worked out. And it's saying that also you might want to consider getting some kind of support, okay, for your mental health. Okay, that was your reading for December 27th to the 31st. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it was useful in some way, shape, or form, or that might have resonated for some of you. Also, I will have your other weekly readings up very shortly because, you know, 31st and all the due dates deadlines keep popping up so quickly on me. So stay tuned for that and stay tuned for your love readings. Have a good week. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye, Leo.